Hey guys, so we're here. This is my first attempt at a live stream. So, all right, couple of minutes in here. So, here's what we're gonna do, guys, to celebrate today. Healthy of some Buffalo Trace. Here we are. So, look, you guys are gonna be commenting. Keep up with that, but you got your gun Santa here in force. So, slow down. Um, I'll try to answer all the questions. But the injunction, there is no stay. So what we expect the state to turn around and issue a stay. Hey, Mike, I see you checking in there. I got this going on. So tell send you a link to join you in on this. And um this is my first attempt at this. I am a novice and gracious to me, and I want to reciprocate on all. So, guys, salute. We won today. What happened? A 29-page decision, the order of what was the motion for preliminary injunction. And he found we met, and he went beyond that. He he mentioned some Bray stuff, and it was really took down the state's arguments with their own people. And so here we are. There's an injunction. Now the FFL is crazy because the way he wrote it, he isn't enjoying the state from sitting and charging any of this. He enjoined the enforce. Oh, wife made me fish with some garlic. Made in in the criminal penalties. He enjoined all that. We're gonna expect them to be in court Monday to ever. So we'll see what that looks like. Uh, we'll see. I would imagine that pose that in the district court, and when, and then they will go to the appellate court and try to get a stay. Having seen the Naperville case and the other ones, it's anybody's guess. What and understand that when the judge at the that is a motions panel. It's a random panel of judges. It is not the same three-judge panel that's going. So we will deal with that. So, Instructor Mike, yeah. If there's a way I can delve into this, uh, help me understand that because I don't know, dude. I'm barely able to turn on my phone. See, Dale, yeah. I'll be buying drinks for a long. And there's things in here that we didn't get to. I think there was some stuff left on the table. I would say that I've read the Washington law. Washington's law for whoever is screaming about being such law is only about 50% of what we are facing here. I know that if you read the Washington law exemption for forens on traditional rifles, if those people that have been arguing with me about my video on the 1022 is so wrong, in the state of Washington feel it necessary to a specific exemption. And we'll do a video on this that highlights the language. My job was always to read laws the most constrictive ways possible. That how could adverse prosecutor use them against us? That's what I did. And I didn't have to stretch things all that far. They did it all right in the things that they did. So, uh, if you guys got questions, throw them up. We'll answer them. We drink and salute to our win today. After a couple of Northern District, it really feels good to sit there and know that we got a win today. Bigger thing, though, is going to be to see what act. So this is the underreported gun story for everybody. Atkinson was a case that was argued in front of the Seventh Court of Appeals back around November. And it deals with a nonviolent felon trying to get his rights restored. Okay. And sides with the Range case out of Pennsylvania. This is the first for the Court of Appeals to hear on gun post New York. To the audio, and we did a couple of videos on this. Go back and look those videos and forget my analytics on it. Take the judge's words that you can listen to. They were not sympathetic. They were not. And so here's how Atkinson goes. One, we're 4 months. Why would they remand? If you're going to do that, you do that in a week and try again. So now we're with, they find against us to explain why in light work they found against us. Because now it lays down a standard view for. So then they find for us. Okay. And again, they let a standard of review for the lower courts. New York means here's how the Seventh Circuit Court, because this is a case of first impression. This is the first time the Court of Appeals will look at a 2A case in light of the New York decision. That is huge. That part is absolutely huge because If they set something down, and I think they'll down, because here's where you gotta dive into the minutia of the courts. Judge Sykes is the chief judge for the Court of Appeals right now. Judge Sykes was on the panel for Atkinson. Judge Sykes was on the 3-judge panel for Zell when they turned Judge Kendall, the same judge who ruled on Naperville. And not only did they overrule her in 2011, it got bounced back in, I don't know, but if memory serves me correctly, it was 2017 when it got back up there. And on a Judge Kendall was reversed. So Judge Kendall's logic and reason surmounting the Second Amendment ain't worth spit. That is, she didn't learn anything from that other stuff. I have Judge Kendall dealing with Naperville case, which is now up on appeal. Appeal that we lost a week ago was an attempt at an appeal to get an injunction while the appeal was pending. After the law, when you do that, it's a Hail Mary. So, on an emergency basis to the United States Supreme Court. Okay. I don't think the court is going to take it. I think that is a.
There's a couple of questions.
All right, hang on. My wife is handing me questions. I don't know.
And they're asking.
Well, I can't. So, guys, see all the questions, but the wife is like, "Hey, she got questions." Here, baby.
No, talk to the people.
Well, topless. I think they really all like to see that,
Answer
but
people's questions.
yeah. I am. I'm going to get used to this chat, figure all this out. So, uh, they're trying to get the case up. Everybody wants from the Supreme Court. Everybody wants to be first. I don't want to be first. I want to be right. I want to be right for a number of reasons. So as I scroll through some of this stuff, I'll try to answer your questions. Uh, Ron, what are the odds of the FOI card going away? Decent, better than average. It just, how do we frame? And I will point out that there is a case, state court has been stayed because of the judge's medical issues. Doesn't mean we won't do something else, but takes plotting. And everything I've tried to do is foundation to do something to where we just stuff up against the wall to see what sticks. So very good. Don't forget that the Maryland has argued that in the appeals already, and we'll see if we prevail on that one, which I think we will. It's going to make something here a whole lot easier. All right, as we do this, guys, my hard work. Yeah, well, you know what? I got to live here too. I had the best job in the world for the longest time, 25 years of representing all you as God. You put your trust in me, and I try not to let you know. So let's see what we got here. Mom demand toasters, yeah. Look, Benitez has not ruled. So here's where you need to be watching. Be up on this stuff. If you want to know, if you're going to keep handing me questions, you got to come on this side of.
The other people's questions make them be topless.
He wants to see topless. They all want to see your perky tits.
Just
Okay.
do your thing.
My wife keeps handing me questions from you guys because I'm not keeping up. So I'm trying to get her. So let's go through a couple of things. The rest of the guys, and they're all looking at individual cases. They're not looking at. Let's look. And by the way, my allergies have been kicking my ass for the last couple of days. I go into a sneezing fit or something. Sorry, just is what it is. So you have the Atkinson case, which is a nonviolent felon, Court of Appeals. First presentation of a case on 2A issues in front of Court of Appeals. You now have Naperville, Beavis, up there. First case. But Beavis has Naperville ordinance, law that. So now we have an injunction against ours. My bet is going to be a move to consolidate these cases and we record on all the things the judge looked at. You have the Herald case that challenged Chicago, Cook County State. I don't know where they came from, but this is where all the rank frick show up and think that they can just make an argument, staple New York to it, and we win. And that's how you fuck shit up. Dealers, all right, so dealers are just being a little, came out at like 1:45 this afternoon. You know, your whole livelihood tied up into a business and the state and jerk it with their news state. They're all hinky about stuff. Well, by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I think it's Freedom Weekend. Doing the things that we did today and going through not stay as order pending appeal or anything like that. I'm still diving through parts of it to understand all of it. You guys, your stuff is right there. Have a new coffee pot because of somebody that sent it to me. Uh, if it's as cold as they said it's going to be this weekend, I'm going to be brewing up and I will be doing that. But tonight, I am warming the heart with whiskey. The guys over there at Gun Barrel, they're a good bunch of guys. They had me over. They threw away. Love them to death. God bless all of them. Just going through the comments because I'm new on all this stuff, so just bear with me. So I think we're gonna have Freedom Weekend this weekend. Individual gun stores are hinky about whatever. Don't blame them. It's their livelihood and their license. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. Guys, this isn't my work. Let me tell you, for 25 years, you guys entrusted me with your rights to the state capitol to make a decision. I don't think I made a wrong decision. sometimes.
China.
All right, hang on. Yes,
A
babe.
lot of people are having
My wife.
losing it. Eric said he thinks your Wi-Fi is strong enough. He doesn't know it's probably bandwidth.
Yeah, maybe we're just so jammed up with so many people. Oh, so if things are breaking up or things are whatever, my wife will advise her that if she gets the problem is if you get neuter, it goes out.
Yes, it does.
That's the
So
problem.
what color?
You know, couple of things. Getting notes here, and it's like, you know, tell you I'll get to it after 6 months. I'm sorry. Bishop is doing a yeoman's job down at the Center Square in WMAY with what's going on. And he's taking care of some health issues with his wife. Wants me to divulge right now, but to Greg and his wife, get healthy, stay good, and Greg, glad you're on our side. We're glad that you are the most objective reporter that there is when it comes to this. The court case is split now. No, basically we're all on the same track. The ruling that he issued in Barnett today is cross the board, and so that means there's issues included, but the judge's order enjoined the statute. Plaintiffs, he enjoined the statute. So let me have no idea how far behind I am on comments. So internet upgrading, I don't know. I got am somebody, but there is my internet stuff. Hmm, I still show that my mic's working, so I don't know about that. Uh, I'm not working through Wi-Fi. I'm working through whatever.
You are coming across the beach just very broken up. Um, Bill just called from the Legion and said people can't hear you. So we'll just have to figure it out for next time.
So my wife just said that one of the guys just called and said they can't hear me. So let's try this a little bit. We'll move the microphone a little bit closer. YouTube is screwing with the live stream. I have no idea, guys. I'm just a dumbass bulldozer operator. That's all I am. So hey, see Greg Blankenship, old guy from the Capitol. Great to see you. Great to see you. I know you escaped Illinois. Um, so we'll do whatever. If there are questions, here's one of the things is that you guys can all email me. T Vandermind, no E at the end, at AOL.com. And I'm working with a couple of groups about more litigation. And we're trying to do things in a smart way, not just throw spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. Um, so if you have suggestions, we're entertaining them. I have a laundry list of my own. But if there's something I missed, I am very, very interested in all of that because. So, where's this going to go? My dogs are hyper excited. So, we'll see. They're going to appeal. They're going to ask for a stay because we're breaking their status quo. But our status quo was January 9th. And we will argue against any stays. Let's see, Dale Tractor. Can we legally order parts online? By the injunction today, yes. Whether or not they want to abide by that by the suppliers is a different story. But so there are a ton of issues to go through with this and a whole bunch more. Now, one of the things that we're working on, and if you'll notice with the FFL case, unlike the other cases, all three other cases went after guns and mags. We went after guns and parts. One, we thought that magazines would take up all the briefing pages. That if you look at the other states that have said they're not arms, they're not this, they're not, you could sit there and burn up 50 pages of briefings in arguing that. We wanted to go after parts. Why? Why is parts important? Because let me walk you through this concept. Under New York, it is protected by the text of the Second Amendment. It is presumptively lawful. Okay? So now let's go back to Azell. Azell said, right to acquire, right to maintain proficiency. Those are corollary rights covered under the Second Amendment. Great. So we want to expand that. What we want to do is we want to make the text of the Second Amendment as broad as we can. So what's next? Well, the parts thing comes into the right to repair. So if I have a right to maintain proficiency in a firearm, then I have to have the ability to have an operable firearm. I have to maintain my firearm, which, if you go back to the Rogers Rangers and all that stuff, and here comes the allergies, guys. You know, you're supposed to have a functioning firearm maintained in good working order. So if I can maintain proficiency, I have to be able to maintain my firearm in a functioning order. In order to do that, I need to have parts available to me to replace things that wear or break. Therefore, if I can maintain my firearm, the right to repair, then I should not I have the ability to assemble my firearm from parts that I acquire. If I can assemble my firearm by the right to assemble, build my own gun out of parts that I acquire, then should I not have the ability to build my own firearm? And if I have the tact, if I have the skill and ability in machines to machine my own parts, should I be able to fabricate my own firearm? And if we get the judges to assemble all of that into a ruling, then their ghost gun stuff goes away. This is where we are thinking three-dimensionally and 3 moves down the road, not the gun ban that's right in front of our face. So my wife is she is handing me notes and stuff left and right. So we will try to get through these. Impact on municipal gun bans. All right, so Highland Park. Highland Park's gun ban is a ban on possession, not only sales. The Illinois state ban was cute in the way they did it. It is a ban on sales, not a ban on possession. I think that it is going to have an impact, not tomorrow. The biggest thing is about the sale of stuff within gun shops. How does Washington impact Illinois? Washington's ban is lesser than what Illinois' ban. I don't know where all these guys say it's like the most crazy thing in the world. They obviously have not compared the two. I have compared the two. Washington's is about 50% of what we got. So I don't know. Let me scroll through some more things here. JB Burgermeister Meister Burger. Yeah, I've seen that, and you know what? I think it fits. Personally, fat fuck with fries. But let's see. Oh, my allergies and stuff are just. I have not had it this bad this early in so long. Bear with me. Uh, hey, mixed out from King County Gun Show. Look, we're going to be there tail end of the month in May. Everybody, it's the weekend of 21st, I think, off the top of my head. Show up, help Mick out. He's a good guy. He really believes in the cause. He does everything he can to support people. You know what? Just come out. Your $5 entry fee. Maybe we'll, if we can figure out how to do a live show from there, we'll do something. But you know what? Mick's a great guy. Gun Barrel Coffee. Yeah, guys, I'll get there. Just you warmed me up to it when I was at your shop. Let's see. WBBM just said Jabba. Yeah. Jabba the Hutt. Guess what, dude? Nah. You guys got issues. I'm rolling through the comments here. Yeah. Go for it, JB. We are ready, willing, and able to have a full-fledged bare knuckle brawl in front of the court. Absolutely. Yeah. You can just stamp your feet, jump up and down. I'm not even sure you can jump, but it is what it is. The whole, all right. Pistol braced up, that is a whole separate issue. We'll talk about that in another video. Let's see. Going through here. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my allergies with whiskey tonight. It's so what's the thing from stopping JB and coming? If they want to keep passing the same stuff over and over, it's definition of insanity. I will tell you this. I was once Second Amendment Foundation, and they were the guys that they started to champion the McDonald's suit. But what most people don't know is that there was a second suit that was involved with the NRA, which sued Chicago and Oak Park. That's why Paul Clement got divided time at the Supreme Court. If you go back and listen to oral arguments, you'll see Alan Gura got half, Paul Clement got half. That was because of the NRA. The NRA was less than enthused with Mr. Gura's performance. So, Paul Clement, former Solicitor General, got up there and, in my mind, saved the case. So, you had that. Chicago went on to rewrite their ordinances, and I worked with a couple of guys. Sean Gowder is a black guy, used to be a 134 guy. electrician, and they weren't going to give him his permit. And if you look it up, there's a federal case, Gowder v. Chicago, and we won. David Lawson, who was one of the plaintiffs in the McDonald case, if you look up the McDonald pleadings, you will see David Lawson listed in there, wanted to register as SKS in compliance with the law. And we took the case to court, me working for NRA, to allow him to be, he wanted to register his gun so it was legal. Not that we endorsed registration. We had to go to federal court to allow him to bring the gun into the administrative hearing to talk about stuff. And in that, the Chicago Police Department told their firearms guy, do not touch the gun. We prevailed on that case. There are 5 cases I was involved in the city of Chicago. Everybody remembers McDonald. They don't remember these other guys. But we beat the city back to where they finally quit. Now, whether or not JB, Chris Welch, Don Harmon are all that smart, I don't know. But maybe you just got to beat a mule with a 2x4 to get them to understand. So, will the 4 cases split? No. We will all be on a similar track in front of Judge McGlynn, and I don't think there's going to be any major deviations. The whole thing will go up on appeal to the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals. We'll go from there. Let's see. Going through some stuff here. You say Buckshot, you send me $10, it'll go to the legal fund. Anybody wants to direct money towards us like that and earmark it, we'll pass it along. You have the Second Amendment Defense and Education Committee here in Illinois, and they are funding. So let's talk about the FFL litigation. So you have 4 cases. One case, the lead case, is Barnett, which is funded by NSSF. They have all the manufacturers' money. They don't need any more money. You then have Tom Magg's case, which is a local case in the local courts that got thrown into the federal courts because. And Mr. Magg is doing a decent job in the way he's argued stuff. And I got to go, he got a footnote in there today, and good for him. He's handling stuff well. You then have the Second Amendment Foundation case with FPC and ISRA. They claim they have all the money that they need. So you're left with the FFL case, which is being supported by the Aurora Sportsman's Club. And there are people in and around the area that form the Second Amendment Defense and Education Committee, SADC, to go after litigation, because in previous cases, we didn't think the proper points were being made. So I am on that board of directors, and I have been recently asked and agreed to join the Second Amendment Law Center as a vice president to help further litigation within the Second Amendment community. So, with all that, we have different views. If you'll notice, the FFL case went after guns and parts. And there's a reason for that, like I enumerated earlier, the right to repair. And if we get all that, it's going to knock the snot out of the ghost gun stuff. but we build a foundation first. We do that before we just sling spaghetti against the walls. That's part of my thing. So, let me go through some of the comments. Does the record you placed in front of the Suburban disc, where'd that go, Greg? I think play any role in the appeals court. Yes, it does play a role in front of the appeals court. We need to have penalty. I think there's a question about immunity for the legislators and how we use 1983 to punish them, because in my mind, the legislators voting over this stuff is no different than Bull Connor. Bull Connor used dogs in a fire hose. They're using a green button on their voting bench. No difference in my mind. Deerfield does exist right now. Yes. All right. And if I start sneezing, guys, just has the ISRA done a darn thing? Yes, the ISRA has a lawsuit pending. They're part of the four. I don't always agree with the ISRA's tactics, but ISRA, when we were arguing about this stuff, I made the pitch that we needed not to be negotiating and talking about page number and line number and telling them where they're screwed up. And if you've seen my videos about 1022s, 870s, you'll understand why. And they went along with it. So, they're good. You applied for a 03 license, which is CNR. Yeah, you can do that if that's what you want to do. Golden Goat, yeah. If they ship it. Bill Roberts. Yeah, thank you, dude. Need to get you back out on a dozer. See. Roger. Yeah, she was not recently, but she was overturned in a Zell twice. Jesus, between my phone and everything, I can't keep up. Sheepdog guys today, nice to see you out there. Royer, my opinion is yes, you can buy ARs, parts, and everything else again. I would wait. I just see what tomorrow morning is when you go to the gun store, but whatever. Yes, you still have a 72-hour waiting period, but remember this: when they passed the law and they signed it right then and there, so they didn't have to, there was no going to be no 60-day run on gun stores. They had a rule in place that everything pending was still good. So if you filed for the background check, I would say that the same rule applies. I'm not an attorney, but if they did that there, it wouldn't seem like it wouldn't apply here. So yeah, but if your guys are asking about buckshot, if you're looking to send money, SADEC, there's a link off of the Aurora Sportsman's Club page. I try to put the SADEC link below my videos and do that. And then you have the Second Amendment Law Center with Chuck Michelle and the guys out of California who are our attorneys and all that stuff. Chad, Lindsay's ruling in the Herrera case, it follows Beavis in the Naperville case. You have conflicting district court rulings. Seventh Circuit is going to have to square this up. That's why Atkinson becomes important. It could be very well that Atkinson comes out and remands the other two cases, Naperville and Herrera, say, try again. All right. And now I'm going to sneeze. Turn my mic back on. I don't know what's going on, but these allergies are just kicking my ass this early in the season. So, uh, with that, I rule the northern. There's a reason we went to the Southern District. We thought we'd be getting a better shake, and obviously, if you read transcripts, we did. So, uh, Abraham, go to SADC. I'll have a link below in my videos. Go to SADC. Let's see. Why does it take longer to renew? Because state police are screwed up. It's government. Let's see. Bianchi Frosch. Any day now, we could get a ruling out of those guys from the Court of Appeals any time now, which will be instructive on our case with any of that. It's all good. Let's see. My local gun shop. Yep. Good for you, NZ. If they're doing it, God bless them. I would be leery about private sales through. I'm not ever going to tell anybody to violate the law, but that whole thing about make my own serial number is bullshit. Garbage in equals garbage out on computer stuff. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Dan, sir, he did. He came through bigly. My take on Judge Benitez. Judge Benitez, the difference is we are in a preliminary injunction. Judge Benitez is in a trial and a final ruling. So any findings of fact, any trial ruling, are hard for the appellate court to overturn. He has 4 cases pending. Is he going to release all 4 at the same time? I don't know. But it sounds like he wants to get it all right. So yeah, so here you go, guys. You guys get to see the gun Santa without his hat on his first YouTube video. So I don't need a hot toddy. I just need more whiskey. Orsaw, I don't think he's waiting for the right moment. I think he's working to get it right. Period. And Patman, no, we're not out of the woods yet. But you know what? Today was a good day. We will celebrate a good day like this, considering that this judge had 4 cases, and it was a long time coming. Let's see. No, I'm not going to wear this shirt at the club every time. I had kids asking me if I was Santa on the cruise ship, and so that's a whole other thing. So we were going on vacation because they don't want my house burglarized and all that stuff. So what happens? The appellate court case came out in Naperville, and it's like, what does this mean? And I'm getting messages and all that crazy stuff. Okay. So I decide to do a video from my iPad at an undisclosed location because I was in the Caribbean on a cruise ship. And I did that, and I used a safe and undisclosed location as a throwback to Dick Cheney in 9/11. Some people didn't get the irony, and I had people texting me if I was on the run, if I was being raided. We even had a friend of mine get a call from a state police investigator wanting to know what was going on. So no, it was just my way because I had to answer some questions and whatever. But it was too funny. Yes, we will go after the NFA, but you build a house with bricks, one stone at a time. You don't just sling spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. Uh, Med cards. Yeah, the medical marijuana cards. Federal cases on that. It's looking good. DOJ has appealed it. They're on the losing end of that. I need moonshine. Well, okay. Whiskey. Yeah, Warsaw, you drink vodka. Yeah, okay. Nope. Tito's and a Bloody Mary, but we can do Bloody Marys tomorrow morning at 7:30 in celebration of all this stuff. So come on by. Uh what do I think will happen on appeal? Uh Depends on what happens with Atkinson. I think Atkinson comes out first. And if Atkinson comes out first, it is controlling. Just like Gazelle was controlling. And then Easterbrook and other guys bastardized that, but we start there. Out of state residents, if the whole section is enjoined, doesn't matter. We go back to January 9th. How quickly could the PI disappear? Depends. Depends on how long we argue it at the local court. Depends on what happens at the appellate court. They have conflicting rulings. We will definitely be burning dollars. I mean, we'll literally be letting $100 bills on fire for the lawyers to argue that stuff. So your donations are greatly appreciated. Um, we'll see. We could see a ruling out of the Court of Appeals on this inside of 2 weeks. Senator Court of Appeals lean liberal or no? I think if you go back and listen to the stuff on Atkinson, they lean by the law. Go back and listen. Forget my videos on it, but if you want to listen to those, great. But you can search the Seventh Circuit oral arguments and find that one. And the government's case starts at about 15 minutes and 30 seconds. It's well worth the listen, even without my editorial comments. Let's see. So I got 348 people watching. Yay. That's a pretty good deal. Um yeah, just we have the patch page. If you want our patches, they're available. We are working on a frag out patch, and we're even working on a gun Santa patch. We'll see what happens. Can you order an M1 Garand? Yes. What's the next class I'm teaching at ASC? I'll be part of the 2-gun program, but there may be more coming up. Democrats have more issues than us on our take. I think the Illinois Democrats are going to sit here and wait and see what the courts do. I think the leadership is way different than someone rank and file. Palmetto's shipping to Illinois again. Yay. Let's see. Doyle, yeah, I was an MP once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away. Throw some more ice in here. I like no whiskey cold. We'll get to shirts and hoodies if this whole thing works out. Right now, I'm just trying to help you guys out. And you know what? This is easier than 100 phone calls a day. Trust me. Todd is awesome. Please tell my wife that because there are a whole lot of days.
Yeah, your wife just heard you say we would get t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah, I said if it works out, I didn't. Yeah, my wife sometimes think I'm less than awesome, especially on days to take all garbage. Well, the Cook County ban is something else. Well, we got to get through, guys, one step at a time. Just Cook County's ban is possession, not only sales. That leads into a whole nother question of stuff. Marcin, yeah, I'll try. We'll do a video tomorrow that is more detailed about the ruling, and with that, I'll have the link to SADC and whatever there. So, Warsaw, I have other priorities than constitutional carry. Suppressor ban being the first one. The bullshit on the scene. Look, I got SPRs done with the CNR stuff, but I'd like to see SBRs taken out of the NFA. Some other priorities, FOID cards first. Yippee, you can like CZs all you want. I really don't care. Good for you. Shoot what you like. As long as you can hit what you're aiming at, you're on our side. More for you. Let's see. I'm scrolling through comments trying to catch up here. I'm new to all this stuff, guys. Tell Tim Pool if he wants to reach out to me, I'm more than willing to talk to him and give him a different insight on what's going on. We are trying, Daryl, yes, we are trying to get rid of the void card. Just understand if you do it through the process, it's a slow process. But yes. Yep. I was talking with Roger today from our guns. He is excited. Uh, yeah, we're going after the void card war, so just it's got to be done right. Just understand that. You can throw slate. You look at a lawsuit that's been filed, I think, against mass transit. The judge just pushed the briefing schedule out to 2025 or something ridiculous like that. So you know what? Stop. We got to think about this in a way that logically moves the ball forward. Slinging shit against the wall for the sake of slinging shit, Doesn't do a lot. It really doesn't. See who else we got here. Yeah, Bear Paw. Uh, let's see. Hey guys, all your donations to SADC, ASC, FFL Illinois, they're all going for this in 100% way. So, Amy. All right, I gotta blow my nose again. People are saying thank you for loaning me to them. So I have to give you props. She's not going to come on camera, but got to give her props.
You just told potentially 7,000 people that I don't think highly of my husband.
I didn't say that. They all said that you deserve props for loading me to them to do all this stuff. Could I have a couple other paper towels? Because this allergy stuff is kicking my ass. So, if you want to know how unprofessional we are and all that stuff, it's just like, guys, this allergy stuff out at the club is just kicking my ass. Let's see. Has Kwame put out a statement? I think he has. They said they're going to appeal. I have no other knowledge. Oh, fuck. This stuff just. um. So, Greg, are you down in Texas or are you up north? I lost track with you. Let's see, what's my favorite pistol? I am a John Moses Browning 1911 guy by trade, but I have been converted to Glocks for certain things. Let's see. Yes, in Johnson versus ISP, they said gun rights are civil rights. That was a case with Shauna Johnson that I was involved in. But 2024, 2025 could be the year of the gun because if you think about the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals and all the other stuff going on, the Department of Justice already has 2 cert petitions in front of the court. We're going to have a bunch more by then. Marcin, I would say that if we have a federal judge's injunction and they want to enforce other stuff, they're going to be hard pressed. And if you're in a criminal court system, that's a faster track than all the stuff we've been doing. Pat, no, I don't have an allergy to whiskey. I had my allergies before I rolled in here, and I'm just trying to soothe my allergies with whiskey. So, no. Well, this is what we call an adult channel to where we play by big boy rules. And that means that we get to drink whiskey and not be apologetic about it. Rich, yes, we have to train new guys up. Gun Santa. Yep, here we go. That's it for Gun Santa. We're bringing good news to you even before Christmas. Let's see who else is out here. So, what about the two judges in Chicago? All right. The two judges up here denied injunctions in their particular cases. The southern judge enjoined the statute. So the southern judge's order right now against the state prevails. Michael, I have celiacs. I drink whiskey because I can't drink beer. So guess what? We'll figure it out. Yeah, I got the SBR stuff done years ago. Your med card, I would watch out because that one's already in front of the Supreme Court on a cert petition. Let's see. Yes, Warsaw, 33 states attorneys filed an amici brief. What do I prefer, AR or AK? I'm definitely an AR guy. I'm not a communist. Let's see. Mark Woodford for you. God bless. Let's see, Mr. Gamer. What are you saying there? Gen Z needs to learn a thing or two. Go look at my video on Hillary hipsters. For all the guys saying thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I talked to Tom DeVore today. The registration part is enjoined. If they enjoin all of 1.9, 1.9 includes the registration, everything. Well, if 1.9 goes, it all goes. Getting tired? Nah, it's not that. It's just this allergy stuff is beating me down. But I'll sit here for a while with you guys. Well, tell you what, it's 9:11 right now. We'll go to 9:30. Then we'll pull the plug on this so that most of the questions have been answered. We gave you guys all something to talk about. Let's see. You guys got way too many emojis. I'm just Mark, thank you. Yeah, I get posted on Reddit every once in a while. There's only so much time in the day. Right now, I'm pushing dirt with a bulldozer, trying to build 20 new ranges at World Sportsman's Club. Jesse, I think we have a better than 50-50 shot on the suppressor ban in Illinois. Whether they come out of the NFA is a different subject. Yes, Dennis, the phone card needs to go. Working on that. Tom DeVore and I kibitz about a bunch of stuff, so I'm grateful for the kind words he thinks. He and I think in some very interesting ways, and Tom may have some more stuff to talk about in the future. Pistol brace rulings are something unto themselves, but it was neat to see Judge McGlynn put this in there. Morrison, no, I'll sit here for another 15 minutes. After that, it's a different story, but All right, hang on. I'll show. So late joiners today. Federal Judge Stephen McGlynn put an injunction against Section 1.9 and 1.10. 1.9 is gun ban, 1.10 is the magazine ban. Go back and look at my other videos about what the differences are because they are huge. But today, the judge enjoined the state in general from enforcing those. So it's our belief that tomorrow morning when gun shops open up, it's Freedom Week. So let's go from there. JB can't ignore the injunction. He can't. If they try to prosecute people, they're going to have a whole. Then those individual law enforcement officers are going to be subject to 1983 violations. Private sales, you're supposed to go through the state police portal, but I know a lot of guys that are putting less than accurate information in there. Hang on a second. All right. There are lobbyists or lawyers. I follow Four Boxes Diner. I follow Guns and Gadgets. I follow Armed Scholar, although I hate his clickbait titles. Big Country. Trying to think who else. There's one more I'm missing. Washington Gun Law. Follow those guys daily. Yippee, not in the next 5 years on that road. Just not going to happen. All right, so timing. Timing is Monday. They will be in front of the judge asking for a stay. We will oppose that. We'll see what the judge does with that. He could take an afternoon, could take a week. Don't know. It's his prerogative. Then it goes to Court of Appeals. Then who knows what they say. So if you're looking for more mags and stuff, this weekend is it. Who's texting me now? No, Roger, I am not shit faced. I am tired and my allergies are kicking my ass. Let's see. Greg Bishop does a really good job of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Armed Scholars clickbait on their headlines is just, it drives me nuts. I want to watch his stuff because his content and his analysis is good. But I hate the headlines and the clickbait. So, guys, we got a good win today. It was a solid win. And I can't keep so many doing the comments and everything else. I can't roll through the ruling today and give you everything there is. But if you'll, Four Boxes Diner has got something up already. And while he was recording his video, I had 3 different Zoom calls with the lawyers and the plaintiffs and everything else about what does all this mean, and we were dissecting stuff. So yeah, we're a little slower to get it out, but we're going to be a little bit more accurate as far as what it all means here. So now you guys have all kicked up on the comments, and I got to try to catch up again. Yeah, Warsaw. There's no fixing the void. It's fuck the void. All right, we're gonna just undo that motherfucker in toto, and then let them shit their pants. No, Marshmallow, I have no idea about that. Borman, I have no idea what you're talking about there. About True Kings or whatever. I have no. If you want to email me, so here, my wife, where'd it go? Here, my wife put this up. This is my email. Email me and I'll try to answer any questions that can't do here. Yeah, Jared on Guns and Gadgets does a good job. He just misses some of the important stuff. There's minutia that we get after that nobody else sees. Nobody else has talked about the 870s. Rooster, it's a question of whether or not the court perceives the balance of harms on a preliminary injunction. You and I view the balance of harms one way, the state views it a different way. It's a question of balancing harms. Is issuing an injunction going to create more harm than it stops? Because, and there is a metric ton of case law on that whole subject matter. So, let's see, what else have I got here for comments? Okay, Marshmallow, I'll look at it. Batman, the injunction is good for purchasing anywhere. Cook County has a ban on possession. 2 different issues. Parts are okay. They from what I've read from the injunction, he enjoined 1.9, 1.10. 1.9 subpart I is the parts. It's enjoined. The state will appeal the decision on Monday. Mary Elaine, whatever. The way it worked beforehand was that gun purchases that were the background checks were called in were good to go when the governor signed. So we would think the same thing would hold if there's a change in things. Yes, your 870 is legal in the cabinet. That's a different question. Wolf Bear, according to what the judge said today, you can go out and buy a new AR lower. My dog wants to go to bed. What, Ruger? My dogs are Colt and Ruger. No, the injunction would not prevent the state police from prepping for the database. That's outside the scope, but let's see. All right, guys. With all that, questions are slowing down. So, guys, we hoist a cheer. Long slug of whiskey for those rebellious types that rode across the Delaware River in the middle of Christmas Eve, snow, ice, and whatever, and killed those Hessians in their sleep because patriots. So, with that and everything, guys, as always, frag out.